Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Hello, everyone. Now we are coming to start with that new chapter, which is numbered as 16, and the name of the chapter is the government. So, we are coming to discuss with this. Inside this chapter, we have so many subtopics, and a complete description is given about the government, how the government works. First of all, we have to learn the definition. What is government? Then we have to come for that, the need for the government, why it is required, what is the requirement of the government, is it or not that, then decision making and the participation, who takes the decision and whose involvement directly or indirectly is there in the decision making process. Then we have to discuss about that, the various forms of government, not only in our country but throughout the world. So there are the many types of the government. Monarchy is there. Then monarchy means that the kings, the emperors, and how the power is been vested in them. So that way we have to discuss. Then we have to discuss about the dictatorship. With that, the special reference given about the Mussolini of Italy and this Adolf Hitler from Germany, which was the Germany was the major culprit, can say that, and the one of the important country, due to their mistake only, the mistake done by Germany, and both the world wars took place, World War One and World War II. Then after this dictatorship, we will have to discuss about democracy. What is that? The most important, and this is the most important and the popular form of governance, which is liked by the people throughout the world. And the number of the miss the almost all the independent countries of the world, they are the followers of democracy. In that democracy, we will have to discuss about that, how it has been practiced in different countries. It is in a form of a representative democracy. Representative means that directly I and you, we are not sitting in the government. We elect our representative, and the representatives are there who they sit as a part of the government. They form the government, and then they take the decision, they make the policy on behalf of the citizens. So, this representative democracy is also of two types. One is that the parliamentary democracy, the parliamentary system of democracy, and the another is the presidential democracy. So, in the latter part, we will have to discuss in detail about this, in which countries these are followed. The moment when we are coming to discuss about this, the various forms of government, and in that we, if moment we reach about that to study about that, the democracy, then it comes in the mind, who is actually behind this, the entire system. Representative democracy is how, who are the representatives, how these representatives are elected, who they are, the real people who they are giving their votes, casting their votes. So, under this headline, adult franchise, we will have to discuss about that. What is the age limit? What is the age criteria? Who they are eligible to cast their vote to elect the government or in the election process of the government. So, we have to discuss about this. Then, one more important topic is given inside this chapter is about that, the suffragette movement. The suffrage movement, suffrage is also that adult franchise, right to vote, suffrage. This means that the voting right. The suffrage movement is actually, or basically, it is started by the women in the next year or next to next year, when you reach in the higher classes, there you have to study about that, how the women, they are continuously participating in the freedom movement of their country for the independence of the country. But these women, they did not get that the equal rights as the male counterpart of their country or the male members of their country. So they have organized the movements in different phases in different countries. In our country, the women got this voting right from the first day moment the constitution was implemented. But in other countries of the world, they have given the country declared independence long back. If we talk about that, the France, if we talk about the USA, they have not given the voting right to women at the time when they have declared themselves as an independent country. So, with a great detail, we will discuss about all these things. Then we will have to discuss about that apartheid, racial discrimination. Moment this racial discrimination is been highlighted or pointing out, then it comes sudden, it strikes in our mind that it is in South Africa. Somewhere in USA also it was the Negroes, but their forefathers were also been brought by the British colonial government in USA as a plantation worker, as a slave. So there also they have not been treated equally. So we have to discuss about this also. Contribution of Abraham Lincoln, contribution of Dr. Nelson Mandela, and how this Dr. Mandela has been declared or elected as the first president of the independent South Africa. The entire struggle and all such things we have to discuss inside this. Then we will have to discuss about that the key elements of a democratic government. What are the key elements? So in this, the popular participation, first topic it comes about that the popular participation means the involvement of the citizens of the country. Then right to freedom is the another important element of the democracy or the democratic government. Then it resolves the conflict by making the many of the policies. So the social conflict can be managed, can be controlled. Then equality and justice, equal right to everyone, equality before law, right to freedom. Then justice, the same crime, the same punishment to be awarded. So there were no any differences, no any discriminations. Then we will have to discuss about that the dignity, respect as a citizen of the country. Then we will have to come to discuss about that organs of the government, the different parts, how they are working. So we have the three different organs of our government. Number one is legislature, executive, and judiciary. They have the different powers, they have the different functions. So under this heading, we have to discuss the different organs of the government. So this way, this entire chapter has been divided into the subtopics. Each and every topic is very interesting because it is related to our day-to-day. So let's begin with the chapter